Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 65 of the Flatworld. Here we are. You're looking at a giant wall of water. So what's going on, guys? Let's bump the volume here. I'm C418. Here we go. 43. Boom, boom. Boop. Okay, let me just check real quick, make sure I'm doing everything right with the recording. I should do this before I start recording. Anyways, okay, here we are. Everything looks good. Today we're starting a brand new project, which sounds weird because I know I'm always talking about all the things I gotta finish up around here. Don't worry. I just had this idea and I want to keep interest in the flat world. And if not with you guys, definitely with me, because I'm not always that interested in the flat world, so I want to make sure you guys are. Check out this wall of water. This is part of a test I was doing, a test to make a wall of water. Basically, I've been playing BioShock, and I love underwater builds in Minecraft. I love underwater in general. So I've been playing BioShock. I love Rapture. It's the coolest thing. But then I was watching this documentary on oceanauts by the guy who invented scuba diving, Jacques Cognac or so. Not Cognac, but Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau, yeah. And this A Place Without Light or something was the name of the documentary film, and it was all about oceanauts living underwater, and that's when I had the idea to be inspired by that. Well, I didn't have the idea to be inspired, but I was inspired, and I had the idea to do an underwater build here on the flat world, because it occurred to me that underwater builds are hard to do. It's hard to find a big ocean in Minecraft, but here we can build a giant build and then later submerge it in a giant wall or like cube of water, which will be really cool. And then we can just walk straight from here into this giant water world, and there'll be squids everywhere, and I'm naming it Salacia. So welcome to Salacia. This is the new project we're going to be working on, and yeah, I think we should just dive right into it. Intuit PowerPoint, no, what is it? Intuit QuickBook, Intuit TurboTax. I've been seeing tons of commercials for Intuit lately, which, if you guys don't know, is like a tax management company. I don't know, you know, like finance management. So we want to make sure we got plenty of room for this big epic build. Let's see if that's gonna go straight into there. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to think about this and figure things out, but first of all, let's get a chest down and fill it with all my stuff so I'm not carrying around all this crap. Okay, so it's been laggy here on the world, by the way, because of this water wall, but while it's here, I want to go up and take a look at what we got around here and start to lay out the design of this base. I've been working on it a little bit in creative, just the foundation, nothing more, because I have a lot of cool ideas for it, but I want to wait so that I can develop it on camera and not have it all planned out. Kind of like this world was all, or this tower was all planned out in creative mode. Sorry, I got cut off there. As I was saying, this base was sort of all planned out in creative mode, or at least the outside of it was. The inside of it wasn't at all. I'm just making that up as I go. So I want to try and do the outside of this base outside of creative mode as well. So yeah, sorry for the interruption. Once in a while, my parents barge in. You know, that's living with parents. They pay the bills, so who am I to complain? So that's gonna be probably the main tower. Let me just think about this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so God, it's so laggy because there's tons of water updates happening right now. But I'm going to start laying down the foundation off camera, and then we can check in just a second and see how things are going. Alright guys, so I've been laying down the, you know, the perimeter, but I thought it was worth showing you the cool water slide we have left over. Apparently I had an extra bucket of water here that I forgot about, and so now we've got a nice water slide here. Because the water all sunk down, but since there's this water source here, it stayed in this big line like this. This is actually pretty cool. Yeah, it just shows the funny water physics in the game. Pretty awesome. But yeah, I'll get a bucket and clean that up eventually. There we go, guys. Check that out. If that isn't a cool foundation for a base, then what is? Tell me that much. So that is the main room of the base. I could spend time telling you about the plans, but I don't know. I don't really see much use in it. Basically, this part, this big teardrop shape is going to be the biggest. This is cut out of the ceiling of it. There's going to be a little circle there where water drops down, and over there is going to be a big tower with some crops. Over there is going to be, I don't know, trees and a village or something. Oh, shoot. That was close. Give me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, let's see. Am I on the same level? Looks like it. So let's just get these slabs going. Actually, isn't it half slabs that I need to be placing? I think it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump the gun there. Okay. So let's see if we make it back. This will be a surprise. But yeah, I think this is going to be such a cool project. Salacia. It's going to be a sort of a long-term thing because, yeah, we definitely got other stuff going as well. I think this is going to be really cool. I mean, once you get to a certain point on the Flatworld of automation, there's only so much you can do, right? So why not branch off and try to make another cool base? Because that's sort of what I've been doing. I have my main base, and then I have the Iron Golem farm, which, you know, is all of those two places are all about automation, getting stuff I need, getting stuff done. But then there's places like the Cobblestone Mountain, which really don't serve much of a purpose, but are just like really impressive builds on their own. So I was one short, so it looks like I'm gonna have to erase all that and do it up a level. That sucks. But anyways, I'm gonna keep working on this. This build's gonna use a lot of stone, just like our main base over here. But hopefully with this one, the underwater look will give it some sort of unique look to it. Wow, that sentence fell apart. But yeah, it's gonna be big. Hopefully, we're gonna branch out from here. I'm thinking maybe a little circle there, little circle there, and there's gonna be different levels to this thing. You know, maybe a skyscraper. We'll see. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a long project. But I just wanted to start it, so I'm gonna do more work on it, and we'll see where I get. All right, guys, I got some bad news. I accidentally updated to the snapshot, which I really didn't want to do. And the only reason I noticed is because these item frames are smoking, which is really weird, but yeah, so that kind of sucks. I'm trying to remember all the changes. I can't switch back or else all the stuff in my chest will get deleted. It's already happened to me twice, but I had a backup both those times. This time I don't really have a recent backup, so oh well. I guess we're on the new snapshot now, so first thing I want to do is this. Yay! Alright, let's try this out. What if I put one in the corner here? Wonder how much the water will affect it. Okay. Let's try it out. Well, no, that's not a good place. Wow, they break super quick, huh? Let's try. Oh, I don't know. I'll find a place. Just harvesting potatoes. Whoa! Whoops. There we go. Awesome. So, I'm thinking hopefully I can do stuff so that I'll fall down and then bounce to another level. Like sort of downwards elevators. So, you know, let me go up here to give you guys an example. Something like where if I fall down from up there, or like even higher from like up there, I can bounce and end up over here or something like that, you know, on a lower level. But we'll see. Maybe we won't use these much. But I guess I'm in the snapshot now, so that kind of really sucks. But oh well. Well, well, well. Look what we have here. Whole field of wheat in there. It's gonna be nice. So the plan for this base is that somewhere around here, and this is going to go way up into the sky, this whole tower, keep that in mind, water from the big ocean is going to pour down, and then it'll all siphon down, and it's just going to be one source of water that waters this entire field over here. So it's all going to pour down, and there will be 3 of these, one for wheat, one for carrots, one for potatoes, so this will be a 3-story high building. And it's all going to look very sleek and nice. So I just went on a quartz hunt for, I'd say about an hour and 45 minutes. And yeah, this is what I got. Some of the results from the hunt.
Oh, yes, it was a very good hunt.
And so yeah, we got tons of stuff. So this nether quartz is great because I can use this and I can make that new stone, which I want to use, well, all 3 new stones really, which I want to use a lot in this base. So that's going to be really cool. I've also got all 39 levels to work with here. Miracle I didn't die now that I think of it. I wasn't even wearing armor into the nether, but let's see. So we got all this quartz, I'm going to go back and get a lot of glass. We're mainly going to use black glass, I've decided, on the build. It's going to look a little funky, but I think it's going to look really cool in the end. Sort of appropriate, we're doing a sort of black and white build when I've got my black and white skin, right? So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at me. Nice. So anyways, let's have a sleep in the bed and we can go get some more supplies. Oh yeah, I just cracked my knuckles. Oof, that was good. Okay, so I'm thinking for the base, it's just so that I don't have to do things like this where I'm constantly transporting things back and forth. Now that I have the zombie pigmen farm and it works well and it gives me lots of gold, I will probably connect all of this base up with minecarts and minecarts with chests and stuff, because when I first started this game, let me give you a little bit of history here in case you haven't heard the story. When I first started this game, I didn't know how to do anything. My brother finally convinced me to get it after a long time, because I really didn't want to pick it up because I thought I would get addicted to it and it would take over my life. And I always make the joke that I was very, very, very correct. Because look at me now. I'm making videos on YouTube. Oh, I got another... oh, no, that's not Fortune 3. Okay. Good enough, though. We'll take these shovels along. We'll take this guy. And we'll take the hose. There we go. So, yeah, unfortunately, we need to bring all these tools. So we're not going to fit too much glass, but... we don't have any glass, actually. Huh. It must be all at the other farm. We've got tons of chests with just random items, by the way, that I should probably take a look at, because I'll just, like, put my stuff away randomly. We got more quartz, too. I don't even know that. Like, I bet there's some right here somewhere. Let me check. But anyways, yeah, see, that's kind of random. But when I first started the game, I had no idea what to do. My brother taught me everything until I found Etho, because he showed me that too, my brother. He was like, man, this Etho guy's awesome. Gotta check him out. So I did, and I loved his videos. They were like super cool. The first thing he ever did was build like a boat tunnel thing, and I was so impressed. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And so I love Etho, and I've seen pretty much every one of his videos. And yeah, I have a lot of respect for the guy because he sort of popularized the technical side of Minecraft. And so his first base was this big old storage room, and it had a lot of farms on top of it. And ever since then, I've imagined this base in my head where you're just in one big storage room with every item in the game, and anything and everything that can be automated is automated. I mean, like, oh man, a little bit of lag there. I mean, like, everything is fully automated. I'm gonna drop my stuff off here real quick. Fully automated, fully functional, and basically you press a button and any item you could dream up in the game just comes to you, just is delivered straight to your feet. And so yeah, that has always been my dream for Minecraft, and that is why, that's kind of what has always guided my bases in the game. And so that's why you can see on my Flatworld, I try to get every item, even if it's kind of pointless. That's why I have that squid farm, and I'll build a slime farm eventually, and stuff like that. And so, yeah, the last piece of that is sort of the ability to press a button and have any item come to you. And, I've found that, let's turn up the volume a little bit. I've found that, that idea has gotten a little bit stale in my head, a little bit boring, because if you're just standing in one place with every item, even though that's desirable, you want to be able to move items around and just have full manipulation over the game. I've always been really inspired by the JL server for that reason. And so, in the end, I guess, what I strive to do with the... Let's take a few of these. What I strive to do with the minecarts is connect everything up so I can at least achieve a bit of that, a bit of the ability to just move stuff all around at my will. So yeah, just a little backstory about what drives me in this game, because yeah, I've always played it for the technical side of it, and I just find it so awesome and fascinating. The things people can do in this game are incredible. Just look at the Zip Crowd server. And that's like on the last server. In this game, you're never really meant to be able to do the things I achieved on the last Red Cube server. Where I had, the finale where I blew up like 15,000 blocks of TNT or something all at once. Like, that is amazing. The fact that I can do that is just awesome. So, yeah, that's just a little backstory for y'all. But yeah, we got all our glass. Gonna steal some stone from here. Leave the rest of this stuff. Man, things sure are glitchy in the new snapshot, huh? That's for sure. We'll even take some dirt because I'll need it. And yeah, I'm going to run back now to Salacia, and I'll see you guys there.
Da diddy da 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 diddy da 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 dee da dee da dee da dee da diddly da dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee da diddly da diddly da 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 da.
Yeah. What's up, guys? So, check it out. This is what it's gonna look like. Somewhat. I mean, I have nowhere near the materials I need to finish this. Actually, when I say nowhere near, I mean I don't have enough glass, and I need to trade with villagers to get a lot of glass for this project. This project is hugely glass intensive. Glass. So, yeah, that is annoying. And before I would have said, okay, we'll wait till the new update, but since we have already downloaded the snapshot unintentionally, because I was doing snapshot building on a creative world, and then I did a ton of work here before realizing we are going to just roll with it, and I will probably do a lot of villager trading. So, but just so you know, this is what each level is going to look like. 5 blocks tall. That's the half slabs represent where another dirt layer is. And then there will be one more above here. So like I said, wheat, carrots, potatoes on top. Okay? And that is what this part is going to look like. So I'm going to use up all the rest of my materials, which is not much. And then we'll see where we get with that. Alright, my good friends, it's time to finish up this episode. Let's take a look at what we did. bam, filled in this whole thing with the new andesite. New andesite stone. I think it looks pretty cool. In here, I plan to have a green area, like I said. So if you're going to live underwater, you need lots of trees, you need lots of air. So bushes, trees, lake, all that stuff in here. You may be asking, why not grass if you're going to make this a green area? Well, I don't know. Because I really like this new stone, and I think we can do something interesting with it. And yeah, so there's the wall separating the two areas. That's going to go up with this thing as well, and there's going to be a big sort of atrium. And then this building is going to be taller than this one. So this circle guy is only going to go up one more level. This one's going to go higher than that. This one is going to go all the way up past that bridge. So you can sort of see this one's going to be about there. This one's going to be a little higher than that. And then this one's going to be all the way at the top of that bridge. So kind of hard to help you guys to imagine it without being able to see it, but there you go. So I really like the way this wall came out. I don't use quartz much, and with the new black stained glass, it looks really cool. It's black and white like my skin, as I said, but really cool at the same time. It's very, very interesting. I think black and white and green is going to be a really, really cool look because there's going to be lots of natural stuff, leaves, all that sort of thing. And then on top of that, we're going to have water everywhere. So the green and blue, the brown, lots of earthy tones. It's going to be very natural, but also the grayscale look to it. So I think that's going to be really cool. With all these new white and gray blocks in the game, I thought, I have a big gray building over there, but why not build another big gray building underwater? So I really hope you guys like this idea for a project. I think you guys are going to be really happy with this once it's done. Although it's a really, really big project, it's still not as big as the one over there. We're still probably going to finish it way before we ever finish the base over there. So it's not going to be like a super long-term thing, but it's going to grow gradually because, like I said, we need the glass. We need mostly the glass. And in order to do that, we need to set up a big trading regime. Hopefully I have enough villagers to do it, enough time and patience. I can no longer enchant. That's why you see I got all these levels, because I need a villager that will help me get lapis. So we really need to start setting things up with the villagers. We might do a little more work on that next time. It's really like one of my least favorite things to do, though. So but I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong. It's still playing a video game that I love. It's just not as fun as the other stuff, like starting a giant underwater base in the middle of a flat world. So yeah, but oh man, this is one of my favorite parts, to be honest. The trip back is just epic. And when I imagine that, like, starting about right, I don't know, here's something you guys can tell me in the comments. Would you like to see the wall of water right up against the side here? Right up against the side? Or would you like to see it out a little bit? Because I imagine you go down, this will be a covered tunnel eventually, and then you just enter this underwater world, and you're like, whoa, and there's going to be squid swimming around here. If they ever add fish to the game, they'd be around here too. So that would be really, really cool. But yeah, I love the view of this base. It is, don't get me wrong, I still love this base. Even though it's not, like I said, entirely pretty on the outside, it is just, for some reason, when you're walking back and you see these giant circles with the little things over there, it's beautiful with all the trees and stuff. Really cool. And then the mountain over there, I'm in love with my flat world, is what I'm trying to tell you. So let's just go on straight over to the comments. I'm going to type it up beforehand, like I said last time. And let me tell you guys, this one was a hard decision. Okay, guys, so let's read the whole thing. Just so you know, I'm not going to keep reading the whole thing forever. Just as long as... Wow, what is up with my hearts and my hunger bar right now? That is so weird. I just signed the book and it did that. Anyways, I'm not going to keep reading all of them forever. Only because right now there's not too many books. So anyways, there once was a man named Mogswamp. He was a grumpy and greedy old man. He always got what he wanted, and he wanted a lot of things. Many of the things he wanted weren't always there. He was slowly bringing life back to the mountain that towers above him. He found an old dusty book in the library of an abandoned village. The book contained a legend, a prophecy that mentioned a mountain arising out of nothing, and inside this mystical mountain, a wondrous discovery awaited. In this mountain, many beasts have 3 heads, slain and were slain. Mogswamp was the cause of this and continuously summoned this great darkness who left a permanent mark on his flatland. 3 flashing, floating, ghostly heads. Mogswamp pondered the prophecy, wondering if the mountain in the story was the mountain right outside his door. He grabbed his trusty pick while rubbing his greedy hands together before heading out and digging for hours and hours to find the most unexpected thing even the most imaginative minds could have thought of: the long-lost city of gold. And this is today's comment. His eyes widened at the sight of the city. Everything was gold. Beautiful, shining gold. And he wanted it all. He raised his pick above his head and swung it downwards. There was a clang that echoed throughout the mountain. A deep rumbling started, and all of a sudden, Mogswamp was somewhere else. Somewhere cold and dark. He was furious! The gold was gone. Then he heard footsteps. I made a typo there. Taylor Ferguson got today's comment. I want to give a shout out to Rick Clark for his comment. Let me just read that one to you. He stood and stared at the scene before him. Gold. Gold was everywhere. It shone with an inner light that cast dancing shadows behind him on the broken cobblestone. Surely this had to be some sort of trick of the mind, a hallucination brought on by the isolation of this flat world. Ah, but it is real, Mogswamp, said a voice distantly. I have been expecting you for some time now. Come, let us talk. Who are you? Mogswamp called. Why haven't you shown yourself before now? Who am I? The voice asked. Why do you ask something you already know? The voice did sound familiar somehow. Where have I heard that voice before? He thought. Suddenly he remembered, and the memory sent chills down his spine. It couldn't be, he said. It couldn't be! And that's where it left off. Rick Clark's comment, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, that was amazing. But I had just picked Rick Clark the episode before that. I'm trying not to pick like the same person a lot of times in a row. Although I'll just pick the one that I like the best usually. But the reason I went with Taylor's in the end was because it leaves more time. Instead of jumping to who the voice was, it stalls a little bit. You know, it lets us slow things down. So the City of Gold disappeared. Maybe next episode the voice will appear. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Leave your contribution to the story in the comments, and you might get picked to appear in the Mogswamp book. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you really like the new project, Salacia. Let's get one last look at it as we close this episode. Yeah, I want to thank you guys because I'm almost at 1750 subscribers, I think, which is kind of a miniature milestone, but it's still pretty cool. And I got paid again for the second time ever on YouTube today, which just feels great. So thanks for all the support. Again, subscribe if you haven't already and you like to watch the videos, because that really helps me. And throw a like on the videos if you do like them. And we will continue on this epic build next episode, hopefully. So I'll see you all then, and have a nice life.